this is the guy's back. You can see all the scarring, you can see some of the active ones, but like this is pretty fucking desolated, dude. This is his back from the top, and this is his his neck and his chest. So pretty intense, dude, to the point where What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.com. Today we're going to be reacting to the most potentially brutal acne story for anabolic response that you have ever seen in your goddamn life. Believe it or not, this was posted on the More Plates subreddit. Video idea for Derek: why you shouldn't take PEDs if you have serious self-esteem issues. Kid with absolute acne nightmare who thinks it's fully worth it. I've seen this guy on the AAS sub. Apparently he's suicidal and gear was the only thing that made him feel better. Needs TRT under doctor supervision, in my opinion. Dude should have never started. Poor diet, poor exercise routine, low self-esteem, depression are all factors you should take care of before even considering a cycle and expecting it to make things better long-term for you. All I can say is wrecked. Now apparently this guy got gyno surgery when he didn't have gyno as well, and literally had his nipples removed. I don't know, man. I agree with having agency with your body, but I question the ethics of the doctor who would be agreed to perform the surgery. In the US, it's not uncommon for a plastic surgeon to refer patients to a psychiatrist if they smell something fishy during the consult. That might have been exactly what this kid needed. It may also be the reason why he went to a doctor in Mexico who was evidently cavalier enough to remove his nipples. It's hard to imagine that slamming gear and mutilating his body are going to turn this guy's life around for good. A whole lot of people who could have provided actual assistance failed this guy, and that sucks. Let's see. So apparently he got gyno surgery when he'd never had gyno. So anyways, we're gonna get into the pictures. As you can see here, the thumbnail is a preview. When you click on the thread, it was in fact deleted by the person. The comment: "This is not the appropriate venue to share your skin condition." That is the single worst case of acne I've ever seen. Holy shit. So this guy, like went out in public and is showing his stuff to the world. Like he's trying to show it to people. People asked, and he's posting his own pictures. Holy fuck, bro, this is my worst fear from steroids. Been hovering on the sub for a while. How did this develop, and was it from your first cycle? So I'll show you guys what it looked like now. So here we are, and this is the guy's back. You can see all the scarring, you can see some of the active ones, but like this is pretty fucking desolated, dude. This is his back from the top, and this is his his neck and his chest. So pretty intense, dude, to the point where it makes you wonder, like I wonder how long this took to develop, if he just, let it keep going, if he tried Accutane or what. Like some of this stuff, I haven't actually read the thread super thoroughly, so we're going to sort of get into it, but he's answering questions about it here. But this is probably actually, this is not the worst case I've seen. It's up there though. I did a video a while ago, earlier this year, about a really bad case. And but I believe that was a more unique skin condition that wasn't just acne. It was like, some sort of rare occurrence. That's like, again, this is a rare occurrence to have such a bad response to gear too, like this, but it wasn't like a rare, unique medical, like obscure condition that is like very, very uncommonly found, and it has very, very little to do with the fact that like the gear exacerbates it, but it was some weird fucking rare thing. Just put it at that. So anyways, this is pretty brutal acne in response to gear, and it's not impossible for this to happen. Like obviously it happened to him. I've seen it happen pretty badly to other individuals, but it's rare to have it to this extent. So he talks about here, and again, this is compound specific sometimes. Like certain individuals respond way worse to certain compounds, 19-nors versus testosterone derivatives, estrogenic agents, things of this nature. Everyone's going to respond differently to different stuff. The dosage, duration of exposure, it's all going to play a role in how you respond. And there's a reason why certain individuals, they're prone to gyno. Some people are prone to hair loss. Some people are prone to acne. Everyone has their own propensity to things. And this individual, obviously is a hyper responder in an acne aspect. Second cycle of 500 tests, 300 NPP. I'm definitely genetically prone. My dad has taken Accutane on and off his whole adult life as a natural. So again, if you're looking for a red flag, if you're an individual who might get acne, do you have pre-existing acne as is? If you do, it's probably going to get worse. The likelihood that it's going to stay exactly the same is quite low when you're literally fucking quadrupling your androgen index. Or fucking 10xing in many cases, like the newbie cycle, 500 mgs test, shut the fuck up and take your 500 test. That cycle, how much higher is that than your natural endogenous production? Quite a fucking bit. Like we're looking at 30 to 70 milligrams per week in production naturally endogenously versus 500 injected. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Let's see, Accutane bro, shouldn't be too much of an issue. I had some once, bad, but nothing like this. It was more due to the combo of gear and being heavily clothed and sweating my ass off at work 12 hours a day. In the summer, cleared up by wiping with acne pads, switching to clean shirts and throwing some body powder on in a few times a day at work. Took care of it for me. I don't even see any gyno on your nipples. Never really had gyno problems, just want to be invincible to that side effect. So this guy proactively got his glands cut out without necessarily needing it, which, you know, for serious bodybuilders, some of them do that. They proactively get their glands cut out because they know the compounds and the dosages they want to expose themselves to. They don't want to be limited by any sort of gynecomastia development that could, you know, mark them down on stage. But again, is this guy a competitive bodybuilder? Like, I don't know, man. Like the fact that he went to fucking Mexico to get it done by like some rogue surgeon, sketch, dude. You need a therapist and endocrinologist stat. The problems are not just your acne hormones, it's your mental health, dude. I've tried most of the pills, but so far this is the only stuff that actually works. Holy fucking shit. Sad. What the fuck? And you don't even look like a bodybuilder, just a regular gym goer. Honestly, you need to chill, bro. That's not healthy. Why did they cut your nipples off? Referring to the other post. I just wanted to be invulnerable to gyno. I plan on taking tests till I die, so I just wanted things to be simple in terms of controlling estrogen. Bro, you gotta post. Now again, is this such a unreasonable thing, like based on what I just said? Like, I guess it depends, because it's like, if you want to do TRT, this should not be something you need to be doing. For a guy who wants to blast his fucking socks off forever, I guess. But I mean, should you go to Mexico to do it? Like, no. You know, you should not be going to get random obscure, you know, surgeons to, you know, touch your fucking glands and remove them if they're not thoroughly vetted. Like, for all, I don't know, maybe the guy he uses like a, you know, top-notch surgeon, but at the end of the day, this sounded like it was a mess waiting to happen. Bro, you gotta post updated pics. We need to see the aftermath of how this turned out. He already posted one, skin clear, nipples gone. Whoa, the fuck? Either this is one of the most interesting troll jobs I've ever witnessed, or this dude is a straight up sewer clown. OP's comment history is a wild fucking ride. Holy shit, are you fucked? So this is the other thread. Man who needs therapy takes steroids instead, fucks his skin up with insane acne, then preemptively flies to Mexico and gets his nipples and gland removed, even though he doesn't have gyno. Although you can just get the gland removed and keep your nipples, but he chose to just have them removed. Did he choose? That seems like a weird decision to make, man. This is bad. I don't even know how to respond other than there are so many concerns I have for this individual. I'm strongly concerned about self-harm. This guy needs some serious mental help. This is just sad. Dude gave zero fucks and laid out the truth. Oh geez, that's a fucking harsh one. I was kind of curious after seeing the original post was deleted. Now I feel like I shouldn't have clicked on that link so soon after breakfast. This is just awful. Get this guy more help and less internet. Hold up, why the fuck did he cut off his nipples? Because he is severely mentally ill. So anyway, yeah, like the acne is pretty fucking bad, and letting yourself get to this point, like you've got to be pretty gung-ho about staying on gear to let it get this bad. And again, you know, some individuals, you know, Accutane is a fucking toxic drug, but some individuals, they try all the natural stuff, they try all the hygiene practices, and it just doesn't work, and they end up having to resort to intense pharmacology like that to resolve it. And I don't know, by the sounds of it, it sounds like his skin is clear now, which is a fucking miracle. But his nipples are gone, which is not good. And I don't know why. Like, there must have been some sort of complication during the surgery to have that outcome even come up. But at the end of the day, like, what is the takeaway from this? Again, I thought there were some pretty good summations in here. Poor diet, poor exercise routine, low self-esteem, depression are all factors you should take care of before even considering a cycle and expecting it to make things better long-term for you. So yeah, obviously, getting everything in your life dialed in to a point where gear is an icing on the cake to your performance enhancing goals, I guess, rather than being the foundation of why you are, you know, living. That is not something you want to be founded on and being literally reliant on to the point that you're getting your goddamn nipple removed in order to be able to run super physiological doses of testy around and not worry about gyno. Like, this is a regular guy, not a guy stepping on stage, none of that. And, you know, it's definitely needed some, like a good doctor in his camp, a good therapist, it sounds like. But again, can this kind of thing happen to you on gear? Can you get acne this severe? Yeah, you can. And if you want to be, It's not like you couldn't have just stopped though. A lot of guys are going to think, oh, steroids equals this. It's not an overnight thing that this just fucking happens to you, but you can certainly get there pretty quick given hormonal fluctuations. Because again, you have to keep in mind, in your head you might think, oh, if I just take gear, you know, if I start getting acne really bad and I don't like it, I'll just get off. The worst hormonal fluctuation induced acne you will get is when you come off. So you're in for a lot of acne if you get it on cycle when you do your first PCT. I can almost guarantee you your breakout during your PCT is going to be substantially more problematic. So keep that in mind. If this is a deterrent for you from taking anabolics, is not only will the exposure exacerbate whatever your current acne status is, obviously compound specific too, and I can't predict, you know, with any sort of accuracy what you're going to respond more brutally to when it comes to acne. In addition to that though, when you come off and you PCT, if you do, the hormonal fluctuation in general will likely cause an even worse breakout. And again, this is probably transient until, you know, you get back to homeostasis and your acne sort of goes back to a normal baseline of what your natural production sort of dictates, but you're going to be dealing with that for the duration of the cycle and the PCT. And, you know, you might have some scarring. Like, I don't know how bad it's going to be. It's certainly possible you could end up with some pretty bad shit. Maybe not this bad, but, you know, even a fraction of this bad is not necessarily good. So there's definitely risks involved with anabolics. And a lot of people will tell you, you know, the likelihood is low of this and that. And, you know, don't worry about it. But again, if you're a hyper responder in an acne context, this shit is not out of the question. It's rare, but it's not out of the question. And shit, even a fraction of this is, you know, debilitating enough for some guys don't even want to take their shirt off. And it's like, how self-defeating is the process of taking gear to get jacked in order to be more self-conscious about taking your shirt off? Like, you know, you gotta think about that too when you're weighing out the risk and reward of this kind of shit. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How many of you have experienced acne as naturals or as, you know, natural adults or individuals who are enhanced? Like, how much worse did it get when you hopped on gear? Was it worse when you PCT'd? Any and all anecdotal reports are probably welcomed for guys who are trying to educate themselves. And obviously it helps the algorithm, so it's much appreciated when you guys comment. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplacemore8s.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplacemore8s, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic. It's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas. I design myself from scratch. My recommended lab tests and diagnostics. Stay on top of your health. Anything else I'm associated with, it is all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.